guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia for those who are tuning in, and welcome back to everybody else. So as you can see in this video, dressed up a little different today. I am wearing a graduation cap along with a not so graduation gown. I'm literally wearing my old bridal robe as a gown because I don't know where the blue gown is. However, this video is for the previous and upcoming graduates. I want to say back from 2019 because you guys know we hit that pandemic of 2020 or end of 19 and 2020 that many of us didn't have gatherings, celebrations, I mean nothing of that year. I know things are slowly opening back up safely, people are vaccinated, we're having some sort of normalcy back in our lives again where we are actually having human interactions versus virtual or through your phone, right? So I basically wanted to film a quick, easy graduation look for you guys. Some of you may know how to do makeup or just learning, so I wanted to film this look very easy, something you can just feel beautiful and, you know, be proud of your graduation. Feel as if graduations and other outdoor activities or indoors may be happening sooner than we think. Crossing our fingers that you may look forward to a possible real graduation. So congratulations to you graduates out there, and if you guys are interested on how I created this look, then please keep on watching. Good morning, guys. I am not naked. I am wearing a top. It's just gonna be weird because I'm gonna zoom in, so it's gonna look like I'm really naked, but we're just gonna start off with a fresh face. And today I'm gonna use this Skin is Sweet because I need my face to be properly toned. I want it to have like a quick kind of prep for my skin. Although I did wash my face last night and did a whole regimen and my face is super hydrated at this moment, I just want a little bit more. This sheet mask is like so freaking huge, which is great because everybody's faces comes in different shapes and sizes, but I'm actually going to be folding it a little bit, especially at the hairline, because it's just too big and it just gets like all my hair wet, which I don't like. I want my skin to be the one that has the saturation. Oh my god, it's dripping on me. It is so freaking cold. Oh, it's waking up my skin for sure. It's just, let's try this again. It's gonna let the sides not touch my hair. So as long as everything is saturated, which is the skin part, that's all good. Now that we're a bit zoomed in, I probably look a little bit more naked at this point. For today's video, I really wanted to film a graduation look. I know most of us who graduated last year because of the pandemic wasn't able to have like a proper graduation. So I'm hoping this year, since things are slowly opening up, that people can actually have a proper graduation. It may not be as crowded as it used to be, you know, but having it outdoors and maybe a walk by or drive by kind of thing, at least they get something than a virtual one that most people had. Anyways, I can't locate my cap and gown, so thankfully I have my husband's cap and no gown, but I'm going to make something with this look. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, which this usually takes just about to apply on, to hydrate, tone, and a nice skin prep. So the rest of the remaining product, I'm just going to saturate it into the skin. And I know my hair is hella messy right now, as usual, but I have been washing my hair the night before and just putting it in a bun with some extra hair mask treatment in my hair where you don't rinse it out, and that kind of builds a little bit of thickness and texture in my hair. So I'm hoping that today, once I remove this bun, it has like a nice soft wave. The last few times I did it, it had such a beautiful curl to it and texture that I was thinking we should film this look and hopefully it will deliver. So I have this little pimple guy here. It's been around for a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna get my brows on real quick and I'll be right back. So for today's look, I do want to incorporate some of these blues. I don't know if I just want to do like a soft eye with blue liner, or if I want to jump into this Afrique palette and really focus on some of the blues here. I'm not too sure yet what I want to do. The last time I actually used this, I really thought this was like a blue. This turned out to be a very purpley color, but this blue is actually pretty. So I may I don't know if I want to do like a super blue color. I'm gonna keep it pretty bronzy and gold. Not really like yellow like the tassel, but I will incorporate some like cobalt blue into this look. So I'm just gonna start off with this color, and this is Creme Brulee by MAKEUPGEEK. As always, I'm just going to start off with a transition shade, a very light color like my complexion for the lids, just to even out the wash, if there's any discolorations on the lid. Basically prepping this for the second color. I like to use this in the crease and bring it all the way up to my brow bone. Next, I'm gonna go in with a more warm color. This one here is Cocoa Bear, also by MAKEUPGEEK. FYI, I think the shadows have been changed to a squared pan-like. I still have the old design, which are round in circles. So with this color, I'm just gonna work on the outer V here, and then gonna slowly bring it into the crease by doing circular motions. Again, just focusing on the outer crease, and whatever's remaining, I'll bring it in to the center. So I haven't dipped this again in the palette. I'm just using whatever's remaining on the actual brush, and I'm just focusing it kind of like outwards and bringing it upwards. So I'm first using it at the tip of the brush, and then I'm using the side to really pack it and just bringing it on my actual crease. And it's just really building the colors and blending it nicely without adding too much color. This is the part where you have to be patient and just blend it. I mean, there are times where I'm not patient and I'm like, it just looks all messy. So actually taking the time and blending it and making it more controlled in those certain areas where you want it to have the shadows placed in that certain area does make a difference. I've come a long way to really learn how to contour my eyes and enhance the shape, or to change it if I'm, creating more of a dramatic look. I mean, I can tell you, when I first started doing makeup, it was just like, harsh lines, not blended, but just really taking the time and using the correct tools and having many blending brushes, it really does make a difference. But it just takes practice. I'm not perfect. It took me years to really understand my eye shape, and also like just growing, every year. I mean, I'm not gonna be looking like baby fresh skin like I did before, so you just kind of gotta learn to work with, I guess, the changes. It means I'm getting old. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in with another color. I think, and I apologize, I don't know the colors of this palette because I depotted them. I mean, it should be placed in order of how I depotted them. I'm not too sure. I really wish they had colors underneath them, but again, it doesn't. I'm just gonna jump in with the color, which I think I wanna say it's like this pewter color, but it's basically this one right here. I'm just gonna use a flat shader brush. I'm not cut creasing my eyes this time because I don't really want a sharp, pronounced look for this makeup look. I'm just going to lightly pat it into the areas on the lid where it doesn't have any shadows. What I like to do with this brush is just go along the actual crease. So it kind of leaves like a line, but not really. And basically it's just filling in the space that doesn't have the shadow. These shadows are so nice. You don't have to foil them. It literally has so much pigment. It looks like wet. It looks very dewy-like, as if I, foiled them with like, an actual spray on my brush. It just has like a beautiful luminosity, but it's not so fine and like loose kind of crushed pearls where they kind of fall over my cheeks, because there are shadows out there that do that to my eyes. Ooh, I guess the word is creamy. I'm gonna go back in with that Cocoa Bear color and just kind of pack it in there. I'm gonna try not to overlap that shimmery color there, because again, if you do overlap it, it may cause some fallout, so that's something I'm trying to avoid. I just want to enhance the outer corners a slight bit, so I'm just basically packing the shadows in there a little bit versus like blending it out. So I'm just kind of dabbing it in that corner. You can definitely use more of like a pencil brush if you just want to pat it in the area, which I tend to do sometimes. I don't know, I just kind of like how it overlaps a little bit. The style where It's not overlapping on top of the shadow, but that's where I went over with the pearly colors, and this part is actually the first shadow. Because sometimes when I take this matte and go over the pearly colors, it just gets too frosty. So I feel like with this look, when you dab it separately on the eyes, it kind of gives a little bit like of dimension and style. It just pulls the look together. All right, so I think this is a good amount, and I'm just going to add a little bit more in the crease. So this is where I'm going to contour a little bit to the center of my eyes. Again, I'm trying not to overlap the two colors. I'm not trying to get a frosty look. And so far this looks really good. So I'm going to take a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that cocoa butter on the rest of my eyes so it looks a bit softer. Again, I'm avoiding the pearl color. With this blending brush, you can see that it is fluffy, but it's tapered a little bit. So when I'm blending, it's a little bit more controlled in the area versus like fluffy all over. Like this one, it actually just gets all over the crease and the lid space. This is a little bit more controlled. I like to keep this brush as like a clean eraser or blending tool. So I am going to be using this nice cobalt blue just right over this pearl and basically as a liner. But before I do that, I will use a pencil just to give myself a little bit of a guideline. And I'm doing this before falsies because I just want to have a little guideline because, you know, it's going to be a little difficult to erase, especially using like a blue. So I'm just going to take this pencil and basically I'm just going to line my lash line. Look how pretty that looks. So instead of flicking it upwards, I'm just going to add a little teeny tiny tail and just go right there. A small little tail because it's easier to elongate it versus making it shorter. It's also very tricky because my eye shapes are different. So now that I'm looking at both sides, so let's make sure the tails are nice and even. So I'm just gonna take my cosmetic Q-tip here and just brush off the edge or the bottom part. So now I actually have the liner. Sorry, my Q-tip's so dirty because I was wiping it. But basically, I want that liner, that tail, to be right here, matching my lower lash line. Same with this side, and that's how I know my eyeliner should be straight. I think I should do the eyeliner first. I am going to be using a pair of lashes that have more of like a, oh, would you look at that? I did have some shadow on my cheeks. I just couldn't see it. But I think I'm going to go in with the eyeliner first because I still will be using a natural pair of lashes. I was planning to wear like a pretty full type of lashes with this look because I didn't want my eyes to get lost from afar away. We're changing the rules today. I'm going to go in with my liner first so that way I don't mess it up because I'm just anticipating this to be a good liner day. I'm hoping it's going to be. I haven't done eyeliner like this in so long. This is probably getting a little dry because the felt tip of this is getting a little flimsy. Let's just do the left eye first because I'm so scared. Whew, okay, I got the liner on first. I'm just so scared to do the actual wing. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there because if I keep going, it's gonna look really messy. So let's go ahead and do the other eye and hopefully it matches. Okay, so I attempted to do my eyeliner and I think it looks pretty even, but let's go ahead and just put on the lashes and hopefully it doesn't cover it. So that is also another reason why I like to do eyeliner last, because a lot of times when I do eyeliner first, it just kind of covers it. So I noticed that my lashes got coated from the eyeliner. It's okay, I'll just coat it again with some black mascara. Let's go ahead and work on our complexion. So I'm gonna treat this as if it's going to be hot because we're outdoors. So I'm gonna use this first. This is a blurring primer. This is by MERICER. I actually haven't really used many products from this line, but since these two products were sent to me, I've actually been really liking it. So I'm just gonna use this first because I want to blur out the center of the face. Extra texture that I have on my chin from this stupid pimple. I'm just going to work this all over the cheeks, around the nose. A lot of texture here. And then a little bit on my forehead. I'm gonna be outdoors, so I do want a little bit of sunscreen. I kind of doubled up on the blurring and smoothness of these two products, but I like it. This is graduation after all, so we will be taking a lot of pictures. I am going to be using the Rare Beauty. Yes, you've probably seen or heard me talk about this in my past videos, and fun fact, this is the third foundation shade that I got, and I'm hoping this is gonna be the right one. The first one was just, I didn't like how it felt on my skin. I can see patches. The second shade was just way too light for me, and I just came back from camping and I got a little color, not a lot, but I do hope that this shade, which is 250W, will be the one for me because I'm about to give up on this guy. I haven't truly understand this foundation and if I liked it or not, because seriously, I just couldn't find my foundation shade in this. So I was basically turned off by every application. I'm hoping today's application is not going to be a turn off because I really want to try this foundation and give you guys my, you know, feedback on this. So far, I guess I can tell you I do like the applicator, as in just this large doe foot applicator. I don't like how it doesn't have a pump. Oh, I'm so excited. So do you guys remember each time I filmed and I would do swatches and I'm like, okay, it looks so dark because my hand is actually darker than my rest of my body because I wash my hands a lot or whatever the case may be. So we went camping, like I said, and I am even on my hands. Okay, I don't know if you guys care, but I do. So I'm like, oh, there's no like line of demarcation. My hands were like so white, it was so gross. See, it has like this weird patchiness on here. I don't know if it's because it's my skin. Is this a matte formulation? Or is this like, I mean, she sells her product as like super soft and glowy, luminous, whatnot. Okay, do you guys see any glow? Like seriously, this foundation stick, I can see so much more of a glow. I don't know if it's because it's a stick. I don't know. I really don't know. No freaking idea. All right, here we go. Same thing with this, because it's a lightweight type of foundation, so it's more like, or product, so it's more like just add as needed. I get that, I totally do, but I like a pump more, to be honest. All right, so this color is definitely a lot better. So it took 3 times for me to get the correct color. So overall concerns on this foundation, again, I don't know if it's my skin. Around here, it's a little bumpy white, kind of like textured, and around here. I am very happy that this foundation shade is matching me finally. I seriously was going to give up on this foundation. So I don't know how I am looking so far with my complexion shade, but I hope it looks good. So there's not much I can do, but I'm gonna use another coat of mascara and just hopefully I can get the colors nice and black underneath and not blue. All right, so far so good. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this yellow or banana powder, if you will, right under the eyes. So I'm basically just going to highlight my whole face with the banana powder. And then whatever's remaining, I'm just gonna dust it on the cheeks. I'm gonna mix the 2 colors I normally have just for bronzing purposes. I'm gonna get it in the hairline so you don't see any line of demarcation. I'm gonna take a little road trip to Rodeo Drive. Oh my gosh, I miss LA so much, guys. Just gonna apply this right at my cheekbones here for highlight. Wow, that was a little much. And to finish this look, I'm gonna use a JEFREE Star. I really like this color. This is Gemini. Back in with the color Cocoa Bear. And I'm just going to line my lower lash line with some shadow. Add a little mascara for some definition. Left to right when you graduate, so you always have on the right side first, right? Right to left, left, oh gosh. So I guess when you wear your gown, I don't know, it's been so long. Do you wear it like this? Does it have a button? I mean, some people have it open and just shows what they're wearing. I don't know how it is these days. For this video, I'm just gonna have it open because I do like the blue matching with the cap. Kinda sucks that my hair didn't really curl as much as it did the other few times I did it. Don't you just hate that? It's just like, oh, this is perfect. But when you try to do it, it's not. So you're like, So this is basically my final look, guys. Just took my husband's cap with his tassel, used my old robe, which is my bridal robe when I got married, printer paper with some Christmas ribbon, wearing a blue tube top shirt just to incorporate with the blue since I don't have that matching gown. But this is my final look, guys. So let's go ahead and cue in the music, because once I hear that graduation song, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just all the achievements and happiness, blood, sweat, and tears, all the years. It just makes me so happy, even though it wasn't my graduation. This video is definitely dedicated to all you graduates out there who didn't have a proper ceremony, but will be having one soon. So I hope you guys learned some cool tips and tricks. This is just a quick, fun, easy video that I wanted to film for you guys. So congratulations to all you graduates out there. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!